Song rotations are always a combination of two numbers: how many songs you have in the category, and how many times in the hour, day, and week you format that category. Most programmers wouldn't want a song in a gold category, for example, playing over and over in middays while not being played in other day parts. And you wouldn't want a song that's scheduled today at 10 a.m. to be rescheduled tomorrow at 10 a.m. The Music 1 turnover grid lets you see in advance what the rotation patterns are going to be for any category. Select the category and click the Rotation Prediction Chart icon. This is one of the most important windows in Music 1, for it shows you a picture of what your rotation patterns are going to be. A well-planned rotation will ensure that the songs within the category are being scheduled just the way you want, getting the proper exposure, and aren't repeating too frequently in the same hours or times of day. This grid gives you a picture of what's going to happen to any single song in the category. It shows you that if a song first schedules here, that same song will most likely be scheduled again, here, and everywhere we see a blue box. Of course, formatting rules will come into play, so a song that's due to be scheduled here might not fit and would actually get scheduled in a nearby hour. But over the course of the days and the weeks, every song in this category will have a rotation scheduling pattern that very closely resembles what we see on this grid. When you're looking at a rotation chart, try a few different start positions. This grid shows what will happen to a song that first schedules on Monday at 9 a.m. We can change the settings and see what would happen to a song that first scheduled at noon, or a song that first scheduled at 5 p.m. In most cases, the pattern will remain very much the same, but if you have some categories that are not used in a significant number of hours during the week, you could find that songs that happen to be scheduled in a certain hour might have a repeat play pattern that you don't favor. Above the grid, Music 1 shows us that each song in this category is going to have a 17-hour turnover and will get 10 plays a week and 41 plays a month. The average turnover number is calculated in two ways, either with total hours, that is 168 hours in the week, or with music hours, those being the hours where music is actually being scheduled. If your station has some hours where you are not scheduling music, then Music 1 will make the turnover calculation based on the actual number of music hours. In my library here, I'm scheduling music in all 168 hours, but if I had 5 hours of syndicated programming during the week, and if I selected music hours, Music 1 would make the calculation and display the turnover based on 163 hours. And then this figure would change somewhat. But really the most important thing to see on this screen is the rotation pattern on the grid. Click the Show Calls box and Music 1 will show you how many times the category is called for on the clocks that you've installed on each of the hours during the week. When the rotation grid is displayed, click to a different category and the rotation pattern for each one is displayed. If a category is not used on any of your active clocks and is not being scheduled anywhere during the week, then when you click the category name, no grid will appear. See the next video to learn how to use the change and the flip boxes to adjust category rotations.